Welcome to the Muscle of Yarn cast. It's Monday.
2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. It's
Only.
Monday the 15th.
Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So we're here bringing you this episode that will post the normal time on Friday.
The 19th.
The 19th. So this is a yarn cast about yarn and knitting and occasionally crocheting, sometimes some other crafts, and most of the things we show you today you can buy at our yarn shop here in Shelburne, Vermont, where we sell most of the things we're going to talk to you about. We have an online store, we have a bricks and mortar store, so plenty of
Got it all.
options for shopping and getting all of the woolly things. You can find the store out on social media as Must Love Yarn. We're out there all over the place.
We are.
Yep. And I'm Angela.
I'm Jen.
And you can find me on social media, Instagram and Ravelry as a Junior Bird Kid.
Let's see. I'm on Ravelry as J Arbuckle and Instagram as Jennifer_Arbuckle.
Yep. And feel free to follow us or friend us on those platforms. With my normal caveat that Instagram, that's my personal page, so you're gonna see other stuff there.
Yes, and on mine as well, for sure.
So, but for just, yarn content or knitting crochet related, the store account's the place to
Store
be.
related thingies.
Yep, totally.
Yeah.
So we like to start our yarn cast with our yarn cast pick. And the way this works is we're gonna show you a yarn. A lot of times it's a new to us yarn or something new in store, and then we'll give you a code. And for the 2 weeks from the airing of the yarn cast out, you can get 10% off the product that we are going to show you, which Jen has grabbed the box.
Vanna right up.
Vanna that right up. So this is a new to us yarn. Company's
Very
not
soft.
new. Yep, it's an LRA yarn. It's called Cuddle.
Chenille, people.
Chenille.
It's chenille.
Very soft.
Who knew
Very
that this was
cuddly.
going to make a comeback? I
Right?
don't know. It's crazy,
Right? Very affordable. It's a
Very soft.
$7.99 a skein. And so
I'm
this
sure
looks
it's
like
100% polyester.
it is.
Yep.
It's a super bulky.
It is self-described as velvety plush vegan chenille. So it's for everybody.
It's a
Oh,
100-gram skein. It's got 109 yards.
Yeah, it's a soft.
Recommended needle size of on a US 11 to 17.
I guess, right? It's super bulky, technically.
Super bulky.
That's suspect, but
Yep.
I guess maybe though, because it's very fluffy.
It is very fluffy. So this is
We have all
very
these pretty
fun. Look at
colors.
these fun colors. Kind of spring, but
Is this white
also
also
this
down
is
here. Oh no, it's like pale blue.
pale blue. Yep.
It's icy blue, white, gray, lavender, pink, green. Yeah, great for all those. Would be lovely for a little cowl and yeah.
Or even like a hat.
Some really soft mittens.
Yep. So we'll do the coupon code YP Cuddle for this. So LRA Cuddle. It's our yarn cast
We
pick
have
of
to
the
make
week.
sure we don't get any X-rated comments on it.
Right.
Oh dear, I'm a little tired today, people. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna warn you right now.
I mean, that might actually be more exciting than the Facebook ones we're getting messages about. You have copyrighted material and you need to click this weird link so we can take over your...
I've been ignoring those. I was hoping that they were just nonsense.
They are nonsense and we
Okay.
should just delete them.
Okay, good
So,
to know.
Yeah.
I had a moment of like, is this for real? Because we have been getting, there have been some other Facebook crazy things.
The way you can tell is that it comes from guest
4963.
7395. And if you look at the one, Facebook will never contact you.
That's
that
what I
way there'll be a notification in the business center or something. But the
Not that we look at
URL,
those very frequently either.
the URL that they have you click on is not even a Facebook
Okay.
one. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
but the big one is that it's guest somebody like
I was
bunch of
ignoring
numbers.
them, thinking, I'm sure
Yeah.
this is nothing.
It is nothing, and they should just be deleted. So
Okay.
I've been getting them on another business page that I have. So
yeah. I'm glad you did the research. I
Yeah.
wasn't going to click on anything because I've learned over the years that that's a
Yeah.
very bad thing to do.
Yeah.
So, but
I'll try to,
Still.
if I remember, I'll try to go in and just delete them out.
it's
So,
annoying though. I wish they would stop.
well, I mean, enough people must click on them. So, like,
Yeah.
what?
It's-
We violated copyright laws.
I find
Yeah,
this to
that's
be
not the
such
way
an
it works.
exhausting. Can you imagine? It's this sort of hacker. Like it's so exhausting to
I don't get
to
it.
make a living that way. I just feel like it's easier to be legit. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. My favorite
Anyway.
is when I get the emails that are like, "We've taken over your webcam." I'm like, I don't have a webcam on this computer,
Right,
so
and please feel free.
really, okay, sure, awesome,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, we have digressed.
we totally have digressed, even more so than from the outtakes.
That's right.
So it is sweater weather here
It sure is.
for sure. What do you got on today?
I have the Sharon.
Not a sweater, not a
No.
hand knit sweater.
No, I thought about it briefly, and then but I am wearing my Sharon shawl. I guess is that
yeah.
Sharon shawl.
Yeah,
It's long and cozy, and lots of stuff.
yeah. That's.
On it.
I see sparkles in there.
Yes,
that's fun.
Yes, 2 different sparkles, I think.
Yeah.
I think 2 yarns from the lemonade shop, and I don't even remember. I think one is Legacy Fiber Arts, and one
Yeah.
is I don't know. I guess I could look it up right here.
So while she's looking that up, I'm wearing my Sweetie Tweety, which is actually knit out of Woolens and Nosh tweed yarn. It's a really nice little like oversized cardigan. I think this technically DK weight is the tweed Woolens and Nosh yarn.
Yeah, I think so. It is.
It's a nice sweater for a day like today,
Mhm.
when it's a little chilly out.
Yes. So the pink one is Legacy Fiber Arts Tuxedo.
Mm-hmm.
And then the blue one is from when I went to Scotland, Old Maiden Aunt, Merino Cashmere Nylon.
Nice.
It's in the Moody colorway. And then the other ones are Lemonade Chop, and one is Silver Lining, and one is Toxic Hippo.
Nice.
I forget which one is which. I'm going to say Silver Lining, and the dark gray is probably Toxic Hippo,
Awesome.
I guess.
That's fun.
Yes, and perfect for today. Where
Yes. You want to just,
need to be wrapped up.
yeah.
More so when I go outdoors, and the V of the coat needs to
Right.
be covered.
Yeah, I do have a shawl that
Yeah.
also I was wearing. So that's my normal hydrangea, which I apparently wear all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna wear it out. So.
I know, that's how I feel about this, because this is the one I put on all the time when I'm need to be wrapped up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I almost wore my big Mina
Fade.
Phillips
Oh, that one, yeah.
one that's like enormous.
What's it called?
I can't remember what it was called, but it's huge. It's like
Changes?
maybe, yeah. Uses a ton of mini
Something,
skeins.
yeah.
It's basically like a blanket.
Because you have your
Like a
fade
shawl.
too, right? Which
Yeah,
is
I
a
do
big
have like a couple of fades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are big too.
Yeah.
I haven't worn those in a while. Should bust those out.
Yeah.
Oh, a bunch. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of shawls that I just don't pull out. So
I have a whole bunch, and like all of my shawls are in a big pile on a desk in my living room, and I just grab whatever I want to wear as I go by. But down at the bottom are some that I kind of forget about. And I thought to myself the other day, it would be really nice if you would pick these all up. And every now and then I go through and wash them all.
Fluff
and,
the pile.
Yeah, and I wash them all and whatever. And so anyway, I was thinking the other day, I wear the same ones over and over again because, but
Yeah. Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Do you have any finished objects?
I have one
Yay!
from way back whip.
Nice.
I have socks. I know, it's crazy, right? So while I was...
Who are you and what have you done with Jen?
I know, right? And so before I started my next pair of socks, which is over here and has its own story attached to it, I thought to myself, two things. I thought I bought needles for the new pair of socks. And then I realized that I thought that they were 2 needles for 2 at a time, toe up, but they're really
no,
just
it's
one
one.
long needle.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, I needed the needle that was in here. And these are socks that I started. When did I start these? Just because it's hilarious.
A while ago.
I'm not sure I know when I started them. Maybe. September 2018. And so I thought it's
They're
not
seasoned.
right. They were done, so they're Afterthought Everything socks. And that is the pattern, which has since been updated, as I've discovered when I went back and looked. The pattern by Erica Kempf-Brocht. Afterthought Everything. And so I knit the whole tube, easy peasy. I left the waist yarn in for heels and toes. And I did one heel like 3/4, and they sat. I had a conference. I knit like a big chunk of it, and then they sat for quite a while, actually, until this past weekend when I wanted that needle, and also thought that it was not right to have a pair of socks that were just languishing in there and were not finished before I started them. So they're finished.
Yay!
But I will say it's very interesting. So this is the one where I had stopped partway through. I'm a little puzzled about the heel on this one. And then this one has a more normal looking heel. So I'm not quite sure. But
What happened there?
No, I don't know. But they were...
How do they feel on
they
your
fit.
foot?
They're a little short. I did exactly what the thing said, pattern. And I would like a little bit more space here. And so I made some notes to myself for next time that I would just knit a few more rounds before the ribbing. They have a little picot edge on the top. They're very cute, actually.
They are cute.
Yeah, and they're a Canon hand dyes, one of a kind.
Nice.
I don't remember what the name was, and I don't have it in here. Charles Self-Striping Sock. So, Brilliant Mistake. That's what it's called. So, anyway, they fit reasonably fine. It's funny, they look like they would be big around the foot, but they're actually pretty good. They're a little bit loose, but I don't love my socks to be like compression
Crazy
socks.
tight. Yeah, I'm not
So,
a huge fan of really tight socks.
so anyway, but they're finished. So I have a finished object. Very exciting. Yes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
That's it. The rest are whips.
I have
Lots of whips.
2 and some new whips that folks haven't seen. So
Yeah.
I did finish the Cloudberry mittens.
Mm-hmm. You had one done last time.
I
think,
did
maybe.
have one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Those are
either
so
done or
cute.
almost done.
Mhm.
These are it's a birthday present for my sister-in-law whose birthday was Friday. So clearly I'm on top of things. They were finished in time and I could have mailed them last week. And I just, with like the windstorm and everything, and when we've hit this weekend, I was like, oh, we're podcasting. I'll just mail them tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So,
Yeah.
so that's fine. They're
Super
cute.
cute.
It's like they're worsted. Wait, I should probably put this one on. This ring is really catchy on floats, even if I've done a good job of my floats. So they're just really cute little
I really like those colors together.
teeny tiny fun mitts, but it covers this part of your wrist, which if
It's
you
the
don't
part.
know, that's the part that will keep you warm if that's covered. So really, really fun, very quick because it's worsted weight. So fun little pattern there. It's a Amy Christopher's pattern. It might be free. I can't remember.
Yeah,
It
I
was
really
one
love
of her
those
free
colors
ones.
together.
I have lots of yarn left, so I might make myself a pair.
Right.
So much yarn left.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are done. That's
fun.
an FO.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as we all know, I go through streaks where I should not be allowed to be on Instagram at all.
Okay.
Because I see things and then I buy things, which is okay.
It's funny. I guess I must follow more designers or whatever than I do dyers, and so
I was gonna say, so this was somebody that's not either of those, and they had been working on it and tagged where it came from, and I was like, oh, look at that. And then I jumped through and went, and anyway, so I give you the sparkle smush hat.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Very
I don't
sparkly.
know
It's so pretty.
how much this, I think the sparkles are kicking up on there a little bit. And we'll put the hat
They're
on.
rainbow colored in case
Very-
you're wondering, but very minutely. They're like
Yes.
iridescent little transparent sparkles. Ooh.
Because that's what they are. They're little, teeny, tiny, what are those
Sequins.
called? Sequins
Mm-hmm.
in the yarn.
So it's like Stellina, only it's
like Stellina with sequins.
and they're not catchy. Like I was thinking,
No,
like sequins are
because they're small.
because they're teeny.
And then it's knit with this,
fluffness.
which is total fluffy, like fluffy pants. So that is, well, again, Wool Addicts, which we have just gotten some of that in
Mm-hmm.
the store. This is their honor. So it is a, where's the tag? 50% cereal alpaca and 50% extra fine merino.
Mm-hmm.
Super fluffy. It's like, I don't know, bulky, I guess. You knit it on 8s and 10s.
Air,
So,
maybe.
Very,
Yeah.
super cute. So I have these. I have a little bit of leftovers.
Oh, yeah,
That's
fun.
why
this is
yarns-
like Stellina. You have like 1,000 million
I
yards.
know,
of it.
right?
Yeah.
That's why this is over, because I think I can do this as a brim and then maybe like
Mm-hmm.
knit the hat part out of that. I don't have enough for a second hat
Of the white, you mean?
of the
Yeah.
white. Yeah. But I also was looking at this one, but I think I like this purpley one better.
I
don't
could go
know.
either way.
I know, right? And because I can't just order one kit,
Mhm.
I ordered a second one because I was like, so I'm gonna pay for shipping.
Ooh,
So,
that'll be
I also have this one,
that'll be nice.
which is super fun
That's
with
for
the
when you're going someplace fancy and you're
sparkles. Right, because I need a hat for when I'm going someplace fancy.
in Vermont.
I
I was just going to share because we do sell quite a bit
yeah.
of this yarn.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is like the fluffiest. We have it in quite a few colors.
So, these are fun. This is like a 50 gram. Oh, it's a 25 gram skein.
Yeah,
It's like 112 meters, but it goes forever.
maybe we should get some of that in here too.
I mean,
to go with
we
their
could
Stellina.
palettes and
Mhm.
the Wool Addicts honor. And so
This is-
I did a link in here. I got this from a store called the Crafty Jackalope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she has kits together, and I think it's her pattern for this smush hat.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered it from her. So it was
No, I was
like,
just thinking we
oh,
should
yeah.
start this.
yeah, we could. It's a
You know
great
me,
little
I
hat
love
pattern
anything.
too. Sparkles,
Anything with a sparkle in
right?
it. And I bet they have some really cool colors.
There's some other ones that are fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I viewed it as market research.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, all yarn is tax deductible when you own a yarn store. My
So-
accountant needs to speak to your accountant.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. So I finished this hat. So it's really fast because it's on like 8s and 10s. But the cereal alpaca like leaves a trail of cereal alpaca in its wake.
It's funny because the mohair, like I feel like mohair, because a lot of times,
Yeah.
they're sort of the same effect,
Yeah.
but different, obviously.
Yeah.
Mohair, I feel like sticks a little bit better, and it doesn't like stick to everything else.
The cereal alpaca sticks to everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little bit more of a lever.
Yeah. It leaves friends, which is fine. It's super soft. I can tell it would be super warm.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it's only a matter of time before my 7-year-old tries to commandeer this thing because of the rainbow
Or
sparkles.
if you knit a pink one.
Well, that's what I was thinking. If I do this one, then she can she can take it.
They're very subtle though. Like they're really nice.
No, I
Yeah.
know, and it's not.
You held it all the
scratchy.
way through?
Yep, double all the way through.
You held it double all the way through?
Yeah, so these two together.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
yeah.
No.
Sorry,
I
one.
thought you meant this double. And I
Oh,
was like,
yeah,
my
no.
God,
One-
how annoying would that be?
One strand of
I
each.
just
of
want them
these
to
all
see
way
the
through.
sparkles. I'm not sure you can see.
I think it'll show better than you think. It's very subtle,
Yeah.
but it's one of
I
those
guess
things
that's
where
true.
like
It shows
once
better
you.
here.
Yeah, once you see that there's sparkles in the hat, you're like, oh, and then you start looking more, and you're like, oh, wow, look at that is really sparkly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not scratchy on the hat. Like you can't. Sequins
even-
sometimes are really.
That's what I meant. And when
mean
you're
to
even when you
wear.
just run your hand down through here,
Yeah, they're not bad.
you can't even really feel them.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I have a couple sequin tank tops that I have worn before, and like you
Yeah.
end up with like little cuts like underneath your arm because it's just like cutting your.
Unless they're all
skin.
going in the right nap or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's, like, weird.
to make sure they're all going down.
But no, this was. Oh, that light just went. That one. which means this one's probably going to go soon too.
No, we move. We'll just move.
It's all right. We got those lights in case it goes. But yeah, so it was fun.
Yeah, this is from Lang. Is that what I saw?
Yeah. Yeah.
We have both Lang yarns.
Yeah.
So let's get some of that in here.
Palette.
Well, this I think we have a Rado, which is very
stuff.
similar.
Yeah.
This is 70% alpaca and 7% merino.
Yeah, it's these
a little bit of a nylon binder.
Paliettes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should get some of that.
It's kind of fun.
Which one was this? Oh, yeah. We also have this. Lovely.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was my fun little impulse purchase number one, which
good market research,
right?
Stay tuned. Appearing at a store near you soon.
Right? Can I just say impulse purchase number 2, which is why I should stay off of Instagram. Have you seen these new UGG boots that are clear? So they're little like wellies, like ankle.
I have seen some that are really cute,
Uggs.
that are suede, that are low.
But they're clear. So whatever they're made
Like
of
rain
is
boots.
clear, like rain boots. So you could wear like hand-knit socks in them and, show off your hand-knit socks and your little rain boots.
Are they fuzzy? They're not fuzzy.
They're fuzzy on the inside. The footbed is fuzzy on
Only
the
on
inside.
the footbed.
On the footbed. But Uggs...
I don't have lots of hand-knit socks,
yeah.
you will know. So.
And they were
but
also
I might have more.
on sale on Amazon when I bought them yesterday. Can't vouch for whether they'll still be on sale when this posts, but yeah, so those are coming Friday.
Rain boots. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Clear ones, though, so you can show off your fun socks.
Yes, and God knows we need the rain boots. So.
Right?
Yeah.
So I ordered those. I blame Instagram because I was also an Instagram thing. So
it's a dangerous place out there on the internets.
I've been very good recently. So
yeah.
All right. Into our whipses section.
Right.
I think there's a whole bunch of new whipses.
We have a whole bunch of whips.
Yeah. You've got your temperature blanket.
My sweater and my socks and my gloves. So my trip last week, I didn't make any I think I made a few rows since I last brought these in, so I will do these fast. I forgot to print the page for them. I think they're interwoven mitts, I want to call them. Does that sound right?
Yep.
They're in here somewhere. Interwoven mitts by Katie H. Carroll. They're really sweet little mitts. So they were supposed to go with me on my trip last week, and I was supposed to knit a lot of them last week, and then I didn't go on my trip, so I focused on my other things because I wanted to work on those instead. But I just started the thumb gusset, so they have a long cuff, which I like.
Yep.
And they're being made in Cardiff cashmere.
I mean, that doesn't make you mad to knit with, right?
Classic. Color 601, which I think is called eggplant, but very purple. So they will go with me this week on my trip instead, because I only have a few portable things at the moment. This is one of them, and maybe the socks will go with me too. We'll see. Well,
I say that's part of the reason why I cast on that sparkle smush hat is that all of my other stuff, like, I have to sit with a pattern right now because it's either color work or it's the polar arc, which
you need the chart.
You have to have the chart
for
the row of what you're doing because it changes. It's there's a lot of moving pieces. It's a fun knit, but you have to. Should we
talk about those next?
You're really wedded to the pattern.
My little storyline as well.
So I had been waiting for the top-down version to be released, and so the top-down version of Polar Arc has come out, and
she's of course halfway done with hers.
But I'm only doing one at a time, so I'm not really.
Right. Well, and I have a story to tell, but just so in case you're wondering, Polar Arc by Jenny Stamen.
So this is a heelless, or not heel, just it doesn't have a heel flap and gusset. So there's been a lot of math and a lot of calculations to do various increases and decreases and moving of stitches around to create a sock that fits without a traditional heel.
But it's not a tube sock.
Not a tube sock. And so it will fit your foot, and it will fit the heel, and it will feel comfortable on the top of the foot. But it doesn't break up your stripe pattern. So your stripe pattern holds all the way through. And I know this looks really sucked in, but it's ribbing and it will stretch.
And she does actually
yeah.
work. She does like socks that are tight, I think.
Yeah.
So you can see my little tiny bits here.
So they'll look like that. So you can see there's different like heel things that happen, but it allows you to knit uninterrupted self-striping sock yarn.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah.
So this is how much I have done, just the tippy toes. However, the story is this. I did cast them on like a week ago. And they're a little fiddly when you're doing 2 at a time. And so this might be a little bit of COVID residual brain. So I'm working away, and then the night before last, I had gotten like maybe this much done. And all of a sudden I was like, I'm still on the increased rounds for the toes, and I'm like, I'm already like more stitches than I'm supposed to have. And I was like,
what's happening?
What's going on here? And so the pattern that she first released are toe up, and so I was doing that, but they're not 2 at a time. And so in my infinite wisdom brain, I was like doing twice the number of increases on each row, because I was forgetting that I was thinking that each round is not the round of the sock, which is what her pattern is for.
Good thing we turned that light on,
That's
or we'd
right.
be sitting in the dark again.
Right. But that each half of the round, so I was increasing on the ends and in the middle. And so 8 stitches per round instead of 4. Very fast at that point. So it was very annoying. I took them all the way back out again, and I started over, and now they're correct.
Awesome.
And also they're working better this time around for other reasons as well. So I have the hang of the 2 at a time thing. So I'm almost actually at the point where I can just knit straight for a while. So that'll be good. I had to break my yarn into 2 balls, and I did not. Because I went online and I sort of read pros and cons because I thought, I'm just going to go from one end and the other end. And then I thought,
your stripe sequence
that's going to be,
different.
well, I don't care about the striping because I did not divide them up. I divided them up equally by weight.
Oh, okay.
But I made the ball, and then I wound from the other one. So I think they're actually going to be counter to each other. Yeah, because this one is going to dark green and this one's going to yellow now. So who knows what's going to happen.
It's going to be like a surprise.
Yeah, it's fine. On the many Reddit threads that I skimmed through, they did say, you can do it that way, but you will hate yourself. It's worth it to take the time to make 2 balls, and it really is much easier, honestly. So these might come with me as well because they're kind of fiddly and you're sort of tight up while you're doing it anyway. So and now I've got them straightened out and organized, and I'm kind of ready to just go.
Nice. And so this is 80s mixtape, 80s summer mixtape from Woolens and Nosh. It was one of her club colorways. I want to say maybe in August or September, I think. So it's really fun. I love the colors.
Yes.
Woo.
Yeah.
So I have to get these done so I can wear them in my new boots.
That's right. That's exactly right. Right. And mine is Pretty Felt Garland, also a Woolens and Nosh colorway.
Nice.
Which is a very pretty colorway.
And I'm buying another pair of 1.5s so I can cast on just a plain set of socks to work on that can be a travel project, because this can't travel right now. It's like I have to be there with the pattern.
Yeah, that's the only reason I was debating not bringing them with me, but I feel like it doesn't really start until you're well under the foot.
So because it's top down, I'm in the middle of the heel part, and so possibly once I get through that heel part,
that's what I thought is that on this trip I could sort of, between those and the mitts, I could get the mitts I would do while I'm in my meetings, because they'll be easier to it'll be fine. Those are easy, just little cables, but the downside is I'm going to take an extract from the pattern because the pattern is many pages because there's a lot of really helpful information in there and lots of, even if you're new to knitting socks, but there's a lot of like great little tutorials and helpful hints and great stuff in there. The pattern is well worth every penny.
Yes.
But there's pages.
Yes, lots of pages, which is fine because it needs it.
It's like
there's no other way to like do this pattern.
Yeah,
because it is like a row by row kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's going. And then we had our Caitlin Hunter cast on party. Thank you to everybody that bared with us for our technological challenges that
I think
evening.
we could get this straight after all these years of Zoom.
As we needed to move to a different Zoom account because we could not get in to access our store account because it wanted verification and was going to an email that neither Jen or I have access to.
And Ariana was, not
doing
monitoring
stuff,
her phone
right?
constantly to help
Right?
us. She was actually having dinner with people.
Right,
so.
which is totally fine. We sorted it out. People still were able to no.
Yes.
Oh no,
Oh, yeah.
no. At the time we sorted it out, people still joined. We probably had 30-ish people at the maximum. We had somebody join us from Australia, which was
awesome.
Amazing.
Right, it was 11 o'clock in the morning on New Year's Day.
Yep.
Fun.
So super fun. We had people from all over. On, and it was fun.
And I actually cast my sweater on.
Yeah.
And then I put it aside for a few days while I was doing something else.
I cast mine on too, and then I've been kind of diligently working on it.
Yeah, you've been making more progress than I have. But
so you're doing halibut.
I am doing the halibut. The fish sweater. And I am here with my cone of yarn and my white and my crazy Stellina, which is now on its 4th or 5th project. I don't quite know how many I've been working.
It's like the never-ending school of Stellina.
Exactly. And so it's been fun to knit so far. So I'm into the fish. I am through the tail of the fish, maybe.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Looks fun.
Yeah. It's hard to, you don't really see the Stellina until you're up close, which is good. So, but there's a little hint of greeny sparkle in there. I wasn't quite sure what it would look like, and I do like it. It's not, I think when it's done, I'll be really curious to see it, because the green sort of pops up here and there, but it's not consistent, so, and it is sparkly, so.
Yep.
I will say that the Bartlett yarn, it's really lovely. It's a little scratchy. So it actually, when you're doing color work and you've got like, it feels like it's wrapped around both hands. Yeah. It gets a little, at a certain point, I'm just like, okay, to put this aside and work on something that's a little bit softer. But I made pretty good progress. I think I only have 1 or 2 more increased rows, and then it's sort of straight knitting for a while.
Nice.
But we get to the bottom of the fish before we separate, and I've just been working on lots of different things. So
yep.
But it's getting there, and I love the colors. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't swatch, and I kind of picked a random size. So
same.
we shall see. The neckline is starting to look very large to me. At first, it looked really small, and now it's starting to look. But it has there's choices, and I did pick a more open neckline. So.
I mean, is anybody surprised that I did not swatch for that? No. So I'm knitting Birkin, and instead of doing like 5-color Birkin, I decided I was going to do 2-color Birkin, which actually turned into 3-color Birkin. So I started, if you're not familiar with the pattern, it's got like a leaf pattern here and then flowers, and then it does another leaf pattern at the bottom. And so as I was mulling this over before I cast it on, I thought, I have some green, dark green that would look really good with this. And what if I did the leaf pattern in a non-sparkle and then had the flowers be sparkly and then knit the leaves in non-sparkle again? So that's actually what I did. And I really like it.
Yeah, it's funny. I thought there was. It's funny. I thought there was more color in the mini.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? The
I mean, you can
second
see it. Yeah.
skein that I joined in
Mhm.
actually has more pops of little sort of bright
Yeah.
teal,
It's really pretty though.
but it's not.
It's more monochrome than I was
It's
expecting
definitely
it to be.
more
Yeah.
monochrome, and it may be just the project that's the way it's picking up. But this is my second little skein. They were almost 30 grams.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they were pretty big.
So you got plenty then. I still have one at home.
Have plenty. Probably
Because you're done, right?
No, I've got like 6 more rows.
Oh, I thought you had moved into the dark.
Oh yeah,
yes,
yeah.
You're done with that.
Yeah, done
Sorry.
with that.
Yeah.
So this is just staccato.
Mm-hmm.
So shepherd sockets, a little mini skein. I don't know why I had 2 of them. One I had clearly used for something else.
Oh, you know what?
What did I use these for? The
Harry Potter.
The Harry Potter hats?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's a Slytherin green. That's all.
It is a Slytherin green. So I had some, and then I had one that I hadn't even used. So I probably will need to wind this.
Oh, do you think? Oh, God.
I don't know. It's going to be real close.
You're a couple rows in, right?
Yeah. I've got like 6 more rows of color work to go. And a couple more increases, and there's a lot of stitches.
Yeah, and it's just
right now.
You have to carry it all the way around,
Yeah.
obviously.
So
yeah,
I mean, I clearly have enough yarn because between
yeah.
these 2, it'll be fine.
It'll just be annoying to be like 10
It's probably
going to
be like the last row, and I'll have to, or like the last 5 stitches or something really silly like that. But I kind of like it. This is a different green shade, but it really sort of delineates and makes I think the flowers stand out more because they definitely sparkle. You notice the sparkle more with the plant, and this is the alpacas all over this thing because they've knit near each other.
And that's the Earl Grey, the back.
This is the Earl Grey.
It's pretty.
Yep, it's a Assam sock, so it's 100% superwash BFL.
Looks nice.
Yeah, colorway is When Doves Cry.
Prince.
Yep. So here's these are 150 gram cakes.
Oh, that's nice too.
Yeah, so I have 2 of them.
You don't have to.
Very few ends to weave in at the end.
Yeah.
More ends because I decided to use multiple colors.
Yeah.
In the thing, but yeah. So I'm just trucking along with the color work. Just a few more rows with the chart, and then as soon as the sleeves get divided for, then it's just straight stockinette knitting. For this will become a travel project because it'll just be like around and around and around and around.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Asked me about the row I tinked back today when I got to the end and was like, yeah, the stitch count's off. Like, where did I mess up? And it was all the way back at the beginning. Yeah. It takes a long. I don't know how many are on here. It's over 300.
I am.
And some, but yeah.
I don't know if it's good or bad. I am very diligent about using stitch markers for my repeats so that I always know within 16 stitches or whatever the repeat is that I'm on or not on.
Well, and
it's harder with those leaf patterns.
When I'm in the color work, it's fine. It was the first row of the leaf pattern, and so it was a setup row, and I just was clearly distracted. Yeah, and knit only 1 green stitch instead of 2 green stitches.
Yeah, oh, that's so annoying.
So annoying.
Yeah, I had to think back a little bit on this because there were a couple of spots. I will say that, it seems like every increase is happening like when I've got 2 colors behind there, so like getting down to find the right one to bring up has been kind of annoying, but but it's fine. So I'll just be plugging away on that. But I think, I have these other things, but they're all pretty straightforward. Although now that I did the one old whip, I was like, oh, this was gratifying.
Right?
Yeah. So, do you have more?
Of whips, no.
All right.
That was it.
Temperature
blanket for January.
It's sort of exciting. That's half of January. So I'm pretty happy with, I think I had to do some math to get to figure out how many stitches I wanted because the pattern, of course, is for fingering weight and I'm using DK. So they're a little bit wider than 12 inches, I think, maybe. But it's just so simple. It's just garter stitch back and forth and decreasing in the middle. So each row, you start out with like the longest row ever, and then it just decreases each time until you get to the end of the month. So
and then you fill it in
with the white.
Yeah. Yep.
So as I was saying, there's a lot of. You can see the temperatures, I think.
Pretty consistent.
Right, between, well, a 30-degree range, though, although they've really both been on one side or the other of the divide. But the darker blue is the indigo blue. It's actually called blueberries, but in my Roy G. Biv world, it's the, right, there's a big bug.
Yep.
Indigo. So that is like the 20s, 16 degrees to 30 degrees. And this sort of turquoisey blue is 30 to 45 degrees.
Okay.
The purple is like 0 to 16. So there is another purple row coming up tonight, maybe even today, because if I get home and it's, or this morning it was like...
It was chilly. It was in the teens.
Yeah.
For sure.
And tonight is supposed to be down around 10. So maybe 2 days of purple in there, we'll see. I will say that, I mean, at least there's been some variation. I've been, pushing the temperatures just a hair here and there because I got bored. But
that sounds about right.
But if it's like 34 and I need it to be 35 to change colors, I feel like it's close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's my blanket.
Close. It is it is, yes.
So, but still, only 3 colors so far, so we'll see how things go. And there was no warm-up in January. There was one day when it was like 42, and I almost was like, I'm going to pretend it's 45, but I did not. Mainly because I would have had to wind up another ball of yarn, but I wound them all up yesterday, so now I'm ready to go for... And I did have a brief thought of like, well, I'm going to Florida, so should I should it be the temperature of wherever I am on any given day in the year?
Look at you making new rules.
Or should it be the temperatures of home? Because I won't know. I'll have to rely on the weather predictions to do the temperature for home. It'd be nice to have some red in there. It's going to be in the 70s in Florida. It'd be fun to have some different colors in there.
That's funny.
And since I do wander around a fair amount, it would be
interesting.
It'd be weird, though, I think.
Yeah, it would be weird.
I think I'm going to stick with...
I would stick with Vermont.
My hometown temperatures.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not here to partake.
Yeah, because, I mean, you could pull it up on, like, an app or something.
No, I'm going to look ahead to see what the forecast is, and I'll write it in before I go. So I haven't been doing it every single day. I am caught up, that is, last night. But every couple of days, because it's really 4 rows every night. I mean, it's really, it's like half an hour tops. Especially as they get shorter, it gets faster.
Right.
And it's very, just a little easy knitting every night. It's nice.
Nice. Little break.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I forget sometimes the garter stitch can be really pretty. Just
it is. It is nice.
And both sides, even this is the side where the colors change, but it just has a little bit more interest where the colors
and those
changes,
cuddle dyes too, there's enough variation.
They're actually, I do really love the way the colors are knitting up.
Yep.
So it's going to be nice, I think, in another year when it's done.
But, as you said, it's portable because it's
one
block,
at a time.
Like one block at a time.
It's not incredibly portable. Because if you don't know what the temperature is going to be,
that's true.
You might have to bring like 4 balls of yarn with you in Vermont.
More portable than, say, if it was just a whole blanket.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, 1 square. Yes. And if you can predict the temperatures, then you can only bring like 2 or 3 colors with you. But,
yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's been good.
So I have a new thing that I am gonna cast on, I think.
Oh.
Again, this is like Instagram. I gotta stay up it. Well, I mean, it's good and it's bad.
So
Barocco, I don't know if I was just
there was a pretty sweater in there
in my feed a whole lot because I haven't figured out what triggers the algorithm, or if they just went through a period where they were just posting a lot of stuff. So one of the patterns that they have posted is this Fox Grape Mitts by Amy Christophers. So they look like this.
Super cute.
Super cute. The pattern calls for some Barocco yarn that doesn't exist anymore. That's but you can find it. I found some in vintage. So this is color 5180, which is purple, and 5101, which is like kind of like a cream.
It's called
color.
Snow, actually. But yeah, I don't remember the names. And when you're on the computer, you can see the names. But
yeah, so I am
those are pretty.
Gonna knit those. I'm gonna have a ton of yarn because the pattern calls for 250-gram skeins, and these are 100-gram skeins. So probably could get at least a couple pairs.
Wool stock.
Out, yeah, wool stock. I already paid for these, so there, I got it.
It's not like you won't use those colors again.
Yeah, no, those are great colors. So free pattern from Barocco, Fox Grape, which leads me into we need to pull prizes for
all right, let's do
color, the color cowl, which colors of fall cowl.
Which was in the fall.
Which was in the fall.
But
also,
here we are. We're going to clean up last year, and then we're going to be good this year.
Right. So it was anything, color work. It was basically a color work along. So I never even threw up like a finished objects thread. Like that was a hot mess express.
But,
like,
but luckily you all persevered right through that.
You did. You managed, notwithstanding my failings of managing my own cowl. So we're gonna send you this pattern for Fox Grape, and a skein of ultra wool and this really great purple mountain mohair from Green Mountain Spinnery. So some little
blue
violet. Blue violet.
It's really pretty. That purple.
Very pretty, and it's mountain mohair, so it's got like some nice other shades in there. It's really
and it's
gorgeous.
already divided, one for each mitten.
One for each mitten. Should be enough. If you run into problems, just let me know, because we have more of these little mini.
There should be plenty.
Guys,
there
should be plenty here. Should be based on the pattern. So we're just really
come on, seriously. I feel like if the light moves around, like the light, I think, flashing or whatever. I don't know.
So we're gonna take just the posts that were in the thread.
That sounds good. Let's just pick one arbitrarily. I guess we should make sure that's
do
finished object.
random org. I don't know what's going on. Random.org does not like our site. Oh, okay. Apparently we're fine. That's good. In case you were wondering, we are secure enough. Okay, so I'm gonna we've post 11 at this point. Should we make it somebody that has a finished object? There's all like intermixed in there all together.
Well, let's see what number 11 is.
Okay, let's go see.
This is fun.
I know, right? Whoop whoop. I gotta get back to the page. Boop boop. Should have had that open. See, look, guys, this is. Oh, you know what? Because I wasn't looking on it on my phone. I was looking on my laptop. That's why it's not coming up with the back button. See, totally prepared today.
Listen, we're drawing prizes. I feel like that's an important feature. They don't care how long it takes us to get there.
Right? Okay, what did I say? Post 11?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go look. Post, because it could be. Oh, post 11 is a start of a project.
Did that person finish it later?
Well, that's what I was going to go look and see. Yes, she did.
All right, let's do it.
We'll do it. Like how we just make up rules.
There are no rules.
I know.
If you haven't figured that out by now.
So Becky 714. Becky, we know Becky.
We know Becky.
With the Remedy hat, which is a very cute. Nice. Let me see if I can get this picture to come up. Very cute color work hat. Very adorable. Very apropos of fall.
Yeah.
So lovely. And she used Mindful Folk yarn for that. And Becky, you're
the winner.
Chicken dinner.
Woohoo!
Of this colorwork project package. I'm pretty sure that we have your address. Just in case, maybe message me or email me to confirm, and then we'll get this out to you.
Yeah.
So
Yay.
Congratulations, Becky.
Better late than never.
We will expect to see finished objects in March. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You might need them in March, so.
I very well need them. So happy colorwork knitting.
Yeah.
And thank you for participating in our Colors of Fall Cal. And sorry we were such a bunch of slackers and had to be reminded that we had not pulled prizes yet because you guys were correct. We had not.
Is there anything else lingering out there that we should be aware of?
Who knows?
You'll let us know.
You'll let us know. I'm pretty sure that's it because we kind of
we
slid
did.
off the rails with Cal's for a while.
Yeah, we sort of pulled ourselves back up together.
Yeah, so we've got the Polar Arc Along, which is supposed to end at the end of January, but like I think like let's push that out. Did you know February is a leap year this year?
I'm very aware.
Yeah, I know. That's caused all kinds of problems. Why don't we push that out to the end of February at this point? And we'll
when
just
I was
see
a
where
kid
we
in
are.
particular, I paid more attention to it. My birthday is March 1st, and I was always like, what? Extra whole day? I have to wait for my birthday?
Right?
Yeah, but as a grown-up, I care a little bit less.
Right?
But I am still very aware.
And we have our Caitlin Hunter Along, which started New Year's Eve. So that's going in full force. I have that running through the end of March. We'll see, like
maybe
3 months, maybe good for. And then we have our year-long craft.
Well, clearly other people will
temperature
finish
blanket
their
craft
projects. We've already got some projects. Krista finished her beautiful alpine
I should
blossom
probably
hat.
go put up a finished objects thread for those alongs. Yeah.
Because some people are doing smaller things.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is completely fine.
Totally
and perfectly
fine.
acceptable.
Totally legit.
Her hat is really pretty also. So
I know. Now I want to knit one of those.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
Knit
I
all
was
the
like,
things.
how about you just focus?
Right?
Focus your attention on the things that you are currently working
Right?
on.
I know.
Because you would like to wear this sweater, so how about you finish it?
Yep. So we've got a couple of new things
We do.
in the store to show everybody.
We have some new yarn that just came in. It's super fun.
Yep.
A little bit spring oriented because it is.
Oh, I was upside down. I was like, why can't I read that on the screen? Because it's upside down.
It's a cotton acrylic blend, so it's like 67%. I don't know where they get these percentages from. Cotton and 33% acrylic, mainly to hold the cotton together, I think, probably.
Yep.
But wool addicts.
Artsy.
And it's just, these colors are just awesome. So if you're thinking about getting a jump on a spring top or spring anything, have at it. This pink is hard for me to resist.
These are 100 gram skeins, 270 meters. So it's roughly like a worsted weight cotton kind of thing.
I think they're $22.75 a skein.
They are, I wrote it down.
I just looked it up yesterday for somebody.
$22.75. Correct.
So super fun. Lots of great colors, like a great neutral one. Look at the colors in there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then some
like that one's super like summery and really nice.
Yeah.
Make a cute little like tank or something out of that.
Yeah. And I think they probably, like some of them are sort of, I mean, they're like little blips of color, but they're like longer, within a longer color repeat. So I think you could get some interesting effects.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's super fun.
That is fun. We also had a bunch of new books come in.
We do. Some of which I think we may have had before, but I just couldn't resist them all.
Right. So if you've seen any of these like sort of themed books, there's a whole line of them now. So there's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
We have two of the Harry Potters.
Harry Potter.
The original and the more Knitting Magic, and I guess this is Knitting Magic and this is more Knitting Magic.
Yep. And then we also have the Star Wars one I may or may not own. So
it was really funny. Yesterday there was a woman came in with her husband and 2 kids, and they were wandering around while she was looking for yarn, and her husband wandered over by the bookshelf and he's like looking through the books and he's like, did you know you could make these look, you can make me a whatever thing from Star Wars. I didn't catch what it was. And I was just like, here we go. This is how it begins.
I mean, this is fun. These have like Halloween Town like ornaments. Like, so there's, you know, a wide variety of like accessories, sweaters, like toys.
Look at the little Yoda and the little dribble. Is that a dribble? I forget. I'm not good at my the little R2D2 socks.
Boogie Boogie. I think there's Christmas stockings in this one as well. There's like a blanket. Yeah, Christmas stockings. So
and then
super fun.
There's regular patterns in there as well. So Princess Leia's Hoth snow vest.
Yep.
That's cute.
Yep. So, you know, fun if you are a fan or want something. Yeah, those are fun. A TIE Fighter.
Fun. Yeah. So we have a selection of fantastical books for you.
For fun.
Right. And then we have another one that is a little bit more serious but equally lovely, Harvesting Color. So this is dyeing your own fabric can produce gorgeous colors. So it's kind of a resource book for natural dyeing, and there's just beautiful pictures inside. It's really well done. And lots of not only growing, but, you know, sort of how-tos inside as well. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's hard to resist the cover alone. It just makes you want to be like gardening again. Yeah, of course it's about to snow, so probably
hunker down.
It's January. That's how I always feel in January.
Yep.
And then in July, I've planted everything and given up on it already. So.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see.
Absolutely. So the retreat slots are still open. They'll be open for a little bit less than a month because we'll have to get final numbers to the hotel. So unless slots sell out before then. So if you're thinking about it, don't wait. But we'd love to see you there. It'll be fun.
Keep posting
funny things.
Little prompts.
Poking fun at me. And depending on what
I
kind
debated,
of project.
like,
No, it's totally fine.
But no, it's very funny. So hopefully some people saw my Instagram post that I created with the definition of unwind. But the really funny part of this is that I went to the dictionary, not because I needed a definition, but I wanted to see what it looked like graphically so that I could recreate that.
Yeah.
And it had those two the definitions, and then it had a sentence, and the sentence, I modified them slightly, but they were not too dissimilar from the sentences that I used, and it just made me laugh. So I was like, I'm going to just...
It was funny because it could happen.
It could. Right. It seemed somewhat.
So come relax with us. Unwind. Hang out.
Yeah, we have a lot of super fun stuff planned.
Fun classes, just time to connect and work on your craft.
Mm-hmm.
So
with some other really fun people.
Yeah.
In a really beautiful place.
And get inspired.
Where they might pamper you.
And maybe we'll have snow. I can't promise snow. Maybe we'll have snow. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's been a very weird... Well, we've talked about the weather. You're going to hear more about the weather.
Way more in just a little bit.
In just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Because it's been erratic, to say the least.
It's been something.
Yeah. And so... I did hear we weren't getting a lot of snow this year, but we've gotten a little bit lately, so... And maybe more tonight. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't even know at this point. So...
It's a day-by-day scenario.
It is day by day. So, anyway, I guess thank you for stopping by, hanging out with us for a little bit.
Classes are up. A lot of them are filling up. So if you're local and you're interested, take a look over there. I feel like there was one other thing. Who knows?
We'll think of it as soon as we turn
about
this
an
off.
hour.
Yeah. Drive home. Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna go bake this cough out of my body.
Okay. Sounds good.
Over the weekend. That's my plan.
Okay.
We'll see how that works.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, I'll see all of you soon. I'll have to check schedules, but I
2 weeks.
feel like we could be back in 2 weeks-ish, and it should be fine.
Yeah.
So
Then after that, it might get dicey with school
February is
vacation for
gonna
you.
get
Yeah.
real interesting. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah. So well, happy knitting, crocheting, happy crafting.
Yeah. It's the season for it.
Totally is.
We had people all over the place yesterday in the store, and they were all like, "Oh, look, it's snowing. I'm going to go home and knit." It's like, good choice.
Yep.
Or you could join the 20 people in the back of the room who are knitting if you want to. Because
Yeah.
we had a pretty good crowd yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So
Right.
anyway.
See y'all soon.
All right.
Bye.
See ya. Just finished.
I had
like
just
it wasn't
I had just
done.
bound off like the sleeve or something.
The ends weren't woven in. Look, not that
Yeah.
would stop you, but
So sorry guys, because I would have worn it today.
you hadn't blocked it.
I still haven't blocked it.
Yeah.
I did wear it.
It occurred to me, I'm going to Florida this week, so it occurred to me that I should, I don't know where I put it the last few weeks have been a bit of a mess for me.
Yeah.
As we will discuss shortly.
I think for both of us, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the garden gate,
Yeah.
is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Golden
Yeah.
gate.
Yeah. Yeah. Short sleeved.
Yes, I was thinking to myself last night as I was lying in bed, oh, I should wash that before
Right.
and block it
Mm.
before I go on my trip this week. But of course, you know, I didn't
Yeah.
really think about it a lot. It was
So
gone by the time I got up this morning.
yeah, so I didn't wear a field sweater because I could have sworn I had it on last time, and I probably could have really easily checked, like popped out to the video, but this is just sort of the state of things.
Yeah.
That I
Yeah.
was like, oh no, I'll wear something else. It's got to be warm. It's really cold here.
I was just going to say, it's like the high today was 24.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I'm excited though because we can add some new colors.
I
to
know
the-
that is awesome. So
It's kind of boring right now.
so I'm not wearing field sweater, which now I'm kind of mad about.
Yeah.
Because it fits really well.
Mm-hmm.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
I'll wear it like maybe the next time we podcast,
Mm-hmm.
Yarncast, whatever.
When we have a January thaw.
We have a January thaw and it's too hot to wear it.
That won't happen.
Today would have been a perfect day to wear it too.
Yeah.
But-
Today was one of those days where I was like, I need like the biggest,
Well,
bulkiest thing.
so
and I'm not even
this-
wearing wool because that's
Yeah.
is ridiculous. But
This is a bad choice for when it's really cold out, but I had a shawl on
Yeah.
which covered all of this, but like V-necks are not really.
it makes me cold just to think
I
about
know the neck part's cold, but with a shawl it's fine.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, I made poor clothing choices today. I
I was
don't know.
in kind of a flurry when I was. Yeah. It's yeah.
I wanted to go run a couple of errands before I came over here, and and then I had to go. The errands were at the mall, and the mall was a hot mess, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna be late, and you know what? It was all fine.
Right. Which is why at first I was like, I'm leaving Wednesday, so I have to buy cat food, and I had this tonight, and then I have to go and get my hair done tomorrow night.
Yeah.
The cat food place is near my office, but not on my way from anything else.
Yeah.
So I went there, and then I came here in time to do my 4:00 call.
Right, and then she rolls in, and I was like, why is Jen here?
And I was like, why is Angie?
Right.
I thought, oh, it'll be quiet. Angie's probably not even working today. I'll be there early anyway, she's just gonna roll in. But no.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I'm very
Got
quiet.
to listen to some dirty laundry in my back office. So.
I have no idea what happened. I'm really good. I have 2 kids. I'm really good at tuning stuff out. It's a skill set.
Yes,
that I have acquired. So yeah, no, it was fine. I was meeting Heidi, who does the Dirty Girl yarns, because she was coming through town, so she was gonna drop off some more.
I think this has been here for a while, but look how pretty.
I know, it's so gorgeous. She dropped off some rainbow ones that she did. I know.
They're up front. You'll see them next time, maybe.
So a little bit more yarn and some roving. But she's going to be at Vogue Knitting Live this weekend. So if
Are you going?
No.
It's next weekend, isn't it?
No, it's this weekend.
No, because I'm pretty sure it's the weekend that I was not in Florida, because I had a brief moment of like...
No, it's the 20th this weekend. I'm pretty sure it's this weekend. Anyway, while we sort it out, she's going to be at Vogue Knitting Live. So if you're going to Vogue Knitting Live, go say hi.
Yeah.
She's super fun, really nice, has beautiful art yarns, some great roving. She has a knit collage sweater that was made for her with some of her yarns. That is pretty awesome. I feel like it's super early this year. It's like I'm pretty sure it's this weekend.
I think I 25th through the 28th.
So next weekend. Okay.
I only looked at it because we talked briefly about going, and I was like, oh, I have to go. Oh, I could go. And then I was like, but I'd be gone.
Yeah, I couldn't pull it together.
Yeah.
To go do.
It's a lot. And it's hard to go every year, I find.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing something different.
Well, there was a small point in time when I thought I might be helping Heidi, but her other person like came through. So anyway, so that's it's fine. I don't need to go this year. It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Save some money.
There's a lot going on.
So we've had kind of a wild 2.5 weeks since we podcast.
Has it been that long? I've lost track of what we did.
So we last did
it
this
early.
New Year's Eve.
Right.
So it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I loaded the episode early, so you guys had a little surprise.
Oh, that's right. Right.
But so let's start with the thing that we love to talk about the most, which is the weather. Oh my God. Can I just say...
This is what it's been like. But this has no reflection of... The temperature has been pretty...
We've had 2 windstorms come through where I live. One, we lost power. The first one we lost power, and there was gusts 80, 90 miles an hour.
I live like a sweet spot on the grid where I never lose power.
It was crazy. I grew up out west in Oregon. My dad loved to go beachcombing, so we would go to the Oregon coast when giant storms were rolling in. So it's not like I have not ever lived through or been exposed to crazy wind.
Yeah.
I have never heard anything like I did.
I feel like it was worse
Tuesday
Saturday
night.
morning, honestly, but I could be wrong.
So Saturday was bad, and I would have said Saturday was bad, but after having been through Tuesday night, where I was, I've never heard anything like that. I can't believe...
I slept through most of it. I only woke up at one point. And, Ange and I live 1.5 miles away from, 2 miles, whatever, not far from each other. But we live in 2 different...
elevations?
Yeah, I guess. It's kind of... And you're in the woods.
I'm in the woods,
and I'm kind of not.
We're just up enough that whenever there's forecast for crazy stuff on the western slopes of the Green Mountains, that's me.
But it's weird, though, because, as I said, I woke up and I heard the wind blowing, and I was like, yep, it's blowing. And I was like, ooh, the house is wiggling. I live in a very old house. And it does wiggle. Sometimes the cat is like, oh, what's going on?
What's happening?
And then I got up and everything was fine. I had my moment where I thought, I looked towards where I have a little humidifier diffuser thing, and I looked over and I couldn't see the light, and I thought, oh, the power went out, because it had, I very seldom lose my power. And then when I woke up in the morning, I realized really my pillow
was blocking
it. Was blocking it. And so I did not lose my power. As it turns out. So
I heard the wind that Tuesday night. The wind picked up about 1 a.m. It was loud enough it woke me up.
Yeah.
So that's how
2.
crazy it was.
I woke up at 2 something. Yeah.
And you're there and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, how is the power still on? That's the first thing that is going through my head. And then about 2, I think it was actually technically 2:08. The power, you could just hear it just, and you were like, yep, there it is.
It's weird because a tree, my next door neighbor's tree fell down. I did not hear it. I get in the car, and there's branches, small, medium diameter branches everywhere in my yard.
Yeah.
But nothing big. And I thought, okay, fine. So I moved them out of the way so I could back out, and then I could have driven over them really, but I turned around the corner, and I was like, oh, there's a tree down.
You're like, I'm not going.
No, they had cleared it away enough that you could get through, and it landed on one of those metal pod storage kind of things. I thought, how could I not have heard this come down?
That's amazing.
It's not on my
that
side of the house. It's on a different side of the house. But
That's
even
still- that
so,
would
it's
have
like
been
100
loud.
feet away. It's
I mean,
not-
a good sized tree coming down is loud.
I know, right?
And if it lands on something metal, like that would be.
and I'm
louder.
amazed it didn't take down the power lines because they're right there.
That is amazing.
But anyway,
I mean, I think we didn't have too many new trees. I don't know that we had any new trees come down in either storm that we had this week, because we, a year ago, had a crazy windstorm come through and it like decimated
all the
things around us. But yeah, our power was out because south of us, some big trees came down on power lines that we were connected to. Like the town of Bristol, like didn't like 85% of the people in town didn't have power on Wednesday. And then a pole had snapped north of us as well. So
I don't know why where I live is protected, but it is, and I'm very grateful for it.
So we go through that first storm on Tuesday, and then, we start getting alerts again that there's another one coming Friday night into Saturday morning, and I'm just like, really? We're going to do this again? That one, we didn't lose power at all. So,
that wind was really, I mean, maybe just because I was awake and up and listening to it, like it's 6:37. The wind was really howling through there, and I thought, goodness, but it didn't.
So that one was weird because it was really windy, and then
that
it was
whole day,
kind
Saturday,
of like
was just like unbelievable.
some like hail, and then it sleeted,
it was, like,
and then there was some
ice out of the
snow, and then, there was like ice coming out of the sky. And then yesterday we had a snow squall came through.
So we're here at the store.
1:15
or something like that.
Everybody's
12:45.
going off.
Every phone, it was very busy at that point in the store, so every phone in the store started squalling. And people were like, it was so loud because there were so many phones. It was like, oh my God, what's happening? And then,
if you signed up here for like any of the alerts,
I think I've turned that off like 100 times, but
like it pushes through on your phone.
Anyway.
But yeah, like giant snow squall.
It was crazy.
Through. Got super dark and was just like.
It was snowing pretty hard for a few minutes there.
Yeah,
but then
it was like fine.
Nothing. It didn't really amount to anything.
And then today it's just really cold.
That weather on Saturday. So I had COVID. I 4 years, many vaccines, many travels. Somehow I never ever caught it. And
then you did.
And once again, I had the same symptoms I've had 100 times in the past 4 years. And I thought, well, I'll test because I'm a good girl. And no one has ever been more surprised in their life except for me to see that pink line. I was like, what? This can't be right. How is this possible?
I know, I get the text. I was like, these tests are expired though. So just FYI. I was like, I'm pretty sure if it's positive.
They were only 3 months expired, September. So, of course, my sister went and got a test for me the next day, and we confirmed. And then finally, I think Friday, I was negative when I came home from work. But, so that was changed. I had a big business trip last week and everything. If it had been anywhere else, I might have been able to go and just be masked because I felt I was at work last week, but I was out for 3 or 4 days. But at the end of the week before,
are a little like,
oh no, they're all back to masking again. So, and also the policy is you can't go in if you're positive. So I had to stay home. It was fine. It worked out in the end. But so it's thrown my perception of the beginning of the year off because I had downtime when I wasn't supposed to have downtime, and you're sick, but you don't. For me,
it's not really downtime,
didn't feel like
sick.
I was sick. I felt like I had a really bad cold, and I was very tired for like 2 days. So, but otherwise, it's just been weird. And then I had to wear a mask all week, and it's just. And my office is just like boom, 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 one at a time. It's
ripped through the office. We and
I think it's not even because of me or whoever.
It's just
it's just exposure
around.
It's
we're
right now,
out more, like we're doing things, and
my sister said
inside.
That right now we're having the second biggest COVID surge of the whole pandemic here.
Wow.
But it's a different version of the virus.
It's not as deadly.
It's not as intense. Like some of the symptoms that people had on the first go round. Like mine really was like a bad cold and a few days of tiredness. I didn't even I had a fever like one night. I wasn't. But it did throw me off.
A
little bit.
Also, my kid's not having school in the middle of the week last really threw me off.
Yes. Yeah.
So, it's been a lot of, and there's no school today. There's no school tomorrow.
Why not tomorrow?
It's an in-service day. Don't even get me started. Really...
Meanwhile, my niece is doing midterms for some weird reason. I was like, what do you mean midterms? She just came back from Christmas break.
Oh, I know.
And my sister, she's in high school.
Well, it's the end of the marking period, I think, is this week.
I was like, why would you do that to the kids? You send them home for Christmas break. They get 3 days back, and then they have to take midterms. Like, what? How is that even a real? It's ridiculous.
That seems really unfair.
It's crazy. Sorry for all you teachers out there who may disagree with me. It's crazy from my perspective. Yeah. And so then she's had a whole week of going to school for 2 hours and then not needing to be there, and then some study session, and then she has to go back, and I don't even know her schedule. My sister. Yeah. Anyway, my sister found out she has a broken elbow.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. She cracked the radius. But she cracked it, but it happened in October. It's just gotten worse. But she didn't know.
Why would you know?
Right, exactly. It was like it was poking out. So anyway, it's gotten worse.
It might be something you wouldn't necessarily, it's not.
It's just gotten worse. And so she finally went to the doctor and had them x-ray it. And they were like, yep, that's a crack.
Broken.
There's nothing you can do. She can't cast it now because it's been so long. And
so I don't even know. Immobile,
sling, which made it worse. I don't know. Ugh. Yeah. It's been a super fun couple of weeks in the Arbuckle Higgins household.
The West Coast contingent is completely iced in, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Ice and then snow and then ice and they're not.
Honestly, on Saturday, I thought for sure.
Yeah.
I went to the dump. I have a transfer station. I managed to get all my stuff out to the car, and I got wet because it was raining.
Right.
And then I came home and I took down my Christmas tree and I took that outdoors. And by the time I took that outdoors, it literally was like buckets of ice raining out of the sky. It was the most intense. I was like, oh, I'm just going to shove this out the door and close it quick.
Oh, I know.
And then I thought, the wind's going to pick up. It's going to throw it through a window.
Right.
But it did not. I managed to go back out later on when the sun came out in the afternoon and move it to a safer part of my yard.
No, it's been this weather's been just, and I got on the way here, I got another weather alert that there's something coming in tonight into tomorrow, 3 to 6 inches of snow or something.
Really? It's supposed to be freezing cold. It's going to be below zero.
I don't know.
I'm going to get to put a purple stripe on my.
Woohoo!
Really?
I don't. It's it's pretty wild.
So speaking, and so of course I.
But people all over the place have been having crazy
winter weather advisory.
Right? Yeah. Right. No. That. Yeah. So it's not just us.
Maine,
Buffalo, New York, the blizzard over there, Maine, the
place where I go in Maine is
flooded.
It's on the pictures that came out after this weekend are unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's the high tide. The ferry dock on the island that I go to is whatever height, and then there's a floating dock where they have down below, and it's at least 15 feet below the main thing.
Yeah.
And even at high tide, it goes up or down a couple 6 feet, I think, maybe, or something.
Yeah.
There's pictures of it. The tide was so high on Saturday that it was floating up level with the ferry dock. And so there's one of those metal ramps that, flexes with the thing. And it's actually going up because the other dock was so high. The dunes are all blown away. Parts of the beaches are all taken away.
I've seen pictures of Wells, Maine.
There's a house.
Some of those ones along the coast.
There's a little summer cottage that sits pretty close to the beach, and the front porch got washed away, and so now it's tilted, and it's really sad.
Yeah.
So my friend's place is up on a hill that goes down to the cliff that goes down to the beach, and so her house is fine, and her cousin's houses are fine, and they're right along the edge. But they did a beach hill restoration project a few years ago and put all stone and everything, heavy duty.
Right.
It was very expensive, but now their house is still there, so worth it in the end. But it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know. I can't believe I'm getting a weather alert for 3 to 6 inches of snow. That feels normal.
I would like it to snow. I don't want it to
really
rain anymore. If it's going to do something, at least...
Please snow.
Right.
Please snow. Yeah.
Right. 3 to 6 inches of fluffy snow is
I'll
very
even
preferable.
take the buffalo snow. So
Yes.
how many, 3 feet or whatever they got over there?
I
Crazy
don't know,
pants.
but that crazy, like, the deal with snow is that you can go out in the snow
Yes,
and you
you
don't
can.
get wet.
Yeah. You can do things with the snow.
When you go out and it's pouring rain and ice out of the sky,
Garbage.
you are soaking wet by the time you get to your car.
Yeah. It's gross.
Yes, it's crazy.
gross.
Like, nobody wants that.
I don't like that.
No,
Okay.
no.
All right.
Anyway,
We should probably. Enough about the weather. Anything else that we've been doing?
well, between being sick and then trying to catch up on work and everything, that's really been my life for the last couple of weeks. It's really not what I intended.
Yeah.
Did I even make it? No, I went back to work on Tuesday the 2nd, and I was out on the 4th. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's crazy. But now I'm good for 3 months or so, probably, right?
Yeah, I think that holds.
But I will tell you that there is a mask on this face all the way to Florida and back.
Yeah.
I'm not catching anything else. I can't. I have the residual cough. I was hoping that if I'm going to have COVID, at least it could burn everything else out of my system, but that doesn't seem to have worked yet. So, come on.
Beep.
Ooh!
Oh!
That's
No!
very dark.
They all went out, and it's dark. Really dark. In fact, it's not even triggering.
It took me a long time to get them on yesterday when I came into the store. There you go.
Wow.
Well, that'll be fun. You can decide whether to keep that or not.
I will keep that, but it's probably time for us to flip over to the other stuff.
I think we need to, we'll have to get the spotlights back out again.
We might. I don't know where we'll plug them in at, though, because there's no... Oh, we'll have to run the cord underneath and plug it in over there. Let me go get them, because that's bad.
That was very black.
That was very dark.
And it's hard because it's actually gotten to be so much lighter. One of the good things about January is that I noticed the other day I was driving home at like 5:15 and I was like, it's not pitch black.
Well, I don't think this cord's going to reach.
Where am I going?
Behind you.
Is it behind the yarn?
On the other side. It's behind like the yellow yarn at the bottom. But I don't think the cord's gonna reach.
So close. What if you just put them, they're right in, I was trying to, like over here even?
Or like on,
Or over here.
Yeah, let's try that.
They can shine across us.
This is like the shortest cord ever on a light.
Well, they sometimes have.
So we'll get some great shadows. Is that?
Some big thing already plugged in there.
Is that a security camera?
No. I can't.
Another.
Nope. You have to turn the thing. Doing this by feel. I can't. There we go.
Okay, now we're gonna get like shadows.
Ooh.
That's all right.
Maybe aim them up. Okay. Oh,
All right. That'll have to do.
that's fine.
Just, I won't be able to look right. That's fine. Once I sit down, it'll be fine.
There.
It's fine.
There, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Okay, now I have
That
spots
Yeah, that was exciting.
in front of me.
That was
All right,
exciting.
good to know.
Okay.
No, they won't go back out again.
Probably not. Yeah.